Well, if you remember back in grade school, they made you learn Roman numerals. Now, they're not the handiest thing in the world, but for a case like this where I'm numbering the spark plug wires, they work best. Otherwise, you hardly ever use the things. In fact, I hate it when they do it in movies. Like they'll have the date of when the movie was first released, but it'll be in Roman numerals. Well, then you got to sit and try to figure out what the world that means. But what I'm going to do is pull my distributor out. I noticed the other day I had a little hesitation, a little miss right off of idle, and I know what that is. The points have closed up a little bit again. So these things will run, but it takes a lot to stop them. They give you a lot of warning when something's going bad, and I know that's what it is. I put in new points last fall, but I'm sure that little rubbing block is worn. So I'm going to pull that out, but I just wanted to make sure and get them plug wires back in. Well, I was right in my surmise that was in the points, but this is a new one. The actual contact on the point is loose and flopping around in there. It's amazing it even ran. But I tell you, like I said, these things, you really take something serious to stop them. But I have never seen that happen before. But luckily, I've got a new spare. And honestly, I won't throw this set away because I think I could take a hammer and give it a good wrap and tighten it up, because it's kind of just riveted on there. Why that would start flopping around, that's just poor manufacture in the first place. But I got a new set. This is that 24-volt waterproof distributor that has a coil built into it, and they use that on all of these. A lot of the newer ones have been changed over. But if you have one and have difficulties, I did do a video one time about taking the distributor out and replacing the points. But that's just rattling around in there. But I think I probably will just hit it with a ball-peen hammer. I put the new set in, but I carry spares for everything I can, because I can always fix this on the road. This point job, getting the distributor out, in order to work on the points, you have to pull the distributor. This is very intimidating to a lot of people. But once you get the system down, it isn't bad. It's probably the most difficult thing on an M37 is working with the distributor, which is why a lot of them have converted to 12 volt and run a normal car type distributor, but then you lose your whole waterproofing system. I like to leave it at the same 24 volt. And another thing that people do, you can buy the electronic breaker system. Like a lot of newer cars they come with. But there again, it's one of the things where when it quits, it just quits. Like I say, these, as bad as they were, it still ran. That's what I like. I don't like the sudden death. I like something that'll give me a little warning. But it's a good thing I got extras. Well, that did her. But I think in the future, I'm going to have to find a manufacturer of a higher quality point, because that's just ridiculous that it'll flop her out on there. But like I say, I'll hang on to her. But it does have a number on it, and I think I might be able to go into Napa and line up one. Oh, it's probably the same on a lot of the old Dodge 6-cylinders, flatheads. Probably the same point. But they won't find it in the book. But I think I can line one up.